Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another beautiful day to learn a beautiful recipe. Today I want to share a comfort food favorite of many, mac and cheese. Let's get right into it. First, let's talk cheese. There are tons that can be used. You can use any. I did some grating off camera on my biggest hole of my box grater. Use about 1 cup of cheddar or marble and 1 cup of mozzarella. Half a cup of mozzarella cubed. This can be done with any cheese you have available, just make sure it melts well. There's nothing sadder than mac and cheese that gets hard and stiff when you leave it out after 5 minutes. You can mix your grated cheese together in a bowl and put these to the side till later. Next is noodles. Obviously, elbow macaroni noodles are a great choice, but I like to opt for noodles that have a lot of texture and divots so it can hold your cheesy sauce. Great choices would be shell noodles or this type of corkscrew noodle. You're going to use about 2-3 cups of these. Just depends on how much you're making. Just remember, fresh mac and cheese can always be put into an oven-safe dish and stored in the freezer. Before you get to prepping the noodles and the sauce, add about half a cup of breadcrumbs to a heated pan and swirl while gently toasting over dry heat. Add about 1 tablespoon of butter once toasted and mix everything together until combined. Put these to the side and they're going to be used for later. So let's make this bechamel cheese sauce first. First, we're going to use about equal parts butter to flour. I use about half a cup of each. Get that butter into the pan over medium-low heat and let it melt entirely. Now swirl your butter around so it doesn't burn. Now add the flour and mix it to form your roux until you get a thick paste-like substance that resembles brown sugar. Next part is important, so make sure you follow it carefully so it doesn't ruin your mac and cheese. Take about 3 cups of milk in total and start to slowly mix it in about half a cup at a time while whisking thoroughly. The more you do this, the slower and more creamy the sauce is going to get. It will start chunky like this, and then eventually look like this, and eventually a thick, creamy bechamel will form, and man oh man is it delicious. Add that grated cheese from before and give it a little mix until everything is well stirred in. Add about 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, half a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of paprika, and salt and pepper to taste. Save about 1 cup of pasta water from your boiled noodles and feel free to mix in however much you want to make it more runny and not as thick if desired. Now that everyone has arrived at the party, let's get them mingling. First, you're going to want to find a casserole dish, and nope, not that one, something big enough to actually hold this behemoth of flavor, like this one. There are many ways to assemble this, but I like to do so with steps. Add about half of your noodles and lay about half of your bechamel and repeat with the leftover. Make sure you don't forget about those mozzarella cubes from before and add them so you have these thick globs of cheese dispersed evenly through your mac and cheese. Cover in a thin blanket of toasted breadcrumbs from before and top with some chives and simply sit back and admire your creation. But do you think we're going to stop there? Of course not. We're going to make a simple and tasty compound butter garlic toast. Take any bread that's in your pantry and lay it on a sheet tray. Next, let's assemble the butter. You're going to want to do about half a cup of butter and about half a cup of parsley and basil leaves. And then chop these, turning 9 degrees after each turn, and then add both to the butter. Take a fork and mash it together. Then after that, take a spatula and spread it over the bread evenly. I want them from edge to edge, people, don't just do the middle. Finally, make sure your oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and put the garlic toast and mac and cheese in. Bake the garlic bread for about 10 to 15 minutes until desired crispiness, and bake your mac and cheese for about 25 minutes until melty, gooey, and everything comes together. Take them out and let the mac and cheese sit for at least 5 minutes. I know, it'll be almost impossible not to shove your face into it all at once, but trust me, let it rest. Take a serving spoon when ready and shove it in, and enjoy the beautiful cheesy stretch. Place it into a bowl, clean up those edges for the Instagram, and plate everything together. And there you go. Once again, you've done it and you've made something tasty. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and try not to eat the whole dish in one sitting. And until next time, stay hungry and stay curious.